You're now watching Lena Blue TV.
For the money.
I done probably ran up 100 bands, done coronavirus. Who is this man? I don't know this man. I don't owe nobody. They just broke, they need advances. This ain't that, I don't know nobody.
What are some pros and cons of getting to this point? Of realizing who you are and just not giving a fuck?
The pros would be letting go of that self-doubt. Because a lot of this, like, coming to realize, like, coming to this attitude, like, fuck it, you gotta realize, like, fuck it, like, I'm good enough for me, and I'm good enough for the people I've already, like, performed for and show my music to. And if they telling me, you know, it's other people that need to hear your music, it's other people that might need to hear what you gotta say, they feel like that too. I'm like, damn, you know what, let me stop being selfish. Let me put my music out there.
Do you feel like a weight lifted off of your shoulders?
Yeah, a lot. Because now I get to voice who I really am. And it's like, a lot of people keep asking, like, what made you want to start rapping all of a sudden? And I'm like, all of a sudden? I've been writing since I was 9. I've been rapping since I was 12. I started recording at 14. I'm 26 years old. I didn't start rapping all of a sudden. I've been rapping all my life. All I do is rap. I like, my mama would be the first person to tell you, like, I got tired of hearing her rapping every damn night in that damn room, that damn Guitar Hero mic. I used to really be in my room engineering myself, so it's like, this is who I am. So I started to realize, this is just who you are. Fuck it, man. You gotta live your truth. Like, bitch, it don't matter if you get 1 million fans, you get 5 fans. Bitch. You did what you had to do. Get in, get out.
What are some cons? For one,
probably,
I know it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, the cons probably, I don't know, man. Ain't really no cons. I keep an open mind. I take the bad and make it good. So I don't really see no con. I don't like to think of no negative thing. So I wouldn't create one. There are none.
You're a mental health advocate. As a mental health advocate, what are your duties?
To get people to understand that this is just an experience. And don't get sucked into this experience to the point where it alters your character. I'm trying not to go too far because a lot of people don't understand me. I just want people to understand, like, when it comes to the mental health side, a lot of people in the world are depressed. And if you don't talk about it, they ain't gonna hear about it. And depression is just a perception. And never get caught up in what you perceive. Because anything you feel is just a feeling, and feelings go away the same way they come. You gotta learn how to block out what don't feed to your energy and what don't feed to your character and make you a better person. You gotta build on that. You can't get sucked into it.
Wow.
Deep, right?
You got a lot of insight.
It's probably because I got a psychology degree.
Yes, you did mention that.
Yeah, that's probably why, though.
Why
So I got a different love. Like I said, I went through a lot of trauma. So I got a different love for wanting people to be healed. I got a different love for understanding people and understanding pain. So it's like, I ain't gonna be able to touch people just through the music. I gotta be talking about something deep. I gotta touch them in their heart. So I feel like mental health, psychology, that's something that our community don't talk about as black people. Because we're not supposed to talk about our feelings and we ain't supposed to have none. But we go through the most shit. So it's like, at what point do we talk about the feelings? That, you know, that the shit build up in us. Like, at what point do we get it out? Never. Like, all you supposed to do is kill the how we gotta kill people to get it out. Like, no, we don't.
Makes it worse.
No, you don't. You could really come talk to a person and get that shit situated, because you can talk to your damn self too. Because that's what I learned. I thought I was depressed, but you're not depressed. You're not fucking depressed. You feel depressed, but you're not depressed. You know what I'm saying? You feel depressed. You are not depressed. It's right here. You're perceiving it as depression. So you sitting back and you're like, I'm fucking hurting. But it's like, why are you telling yourself that? Get up. Be like, man, I'm happy as hell. You gotta speak that shit.
You wouldn't say that that's lying to yourself?
No. Because like I said, that depression is just a perception. You just caught up in the moment. You just seen it as that because that's what you seen it as. But if you take it and you see it as something else, you'd be like, you know what? This person just robbed me. But I just got a check for $100. I'm going to be caught up about what this person just took from me, or I'm going to be happy about what I just gained. How you going to dwell on what you just lost? For how long you going to sit in that dwelling moment? Now everything that you're supposed to be catching just going by. All your blessings just going by. Because you just over here, this person did this to me, this person did that. They took this. She broke my heart, she did this. I'm hurt. All this time you just sitting there and sinking in this thought. Why don't you just get out of that thought like, man, I can get this person. I can go get this money. I'm passionate about this. Man, let me go smoke. Man, let me go skateboard. Man, let me go get up and, go do something that make you happy. Why are you going to sit back in that depression and think about it? It's just a perception. You're feeding it to yourself all day long. You got to get out of it. You got to go do what you love.
Do you counsel?
I should, but I don't. I counsel my friends.
Mm-hmm.
My friends.
Music is also, like you said earlier.
It's like a counseling. I'm trying to use my music as my counseling tool because people get to listen to my music and then they get to interact with me on the clubhouse room that I have about mental health. They'll really understand my music more. They'll understand me and why I think the way I think and why I talk about what I talk about in my music. They're like, oh, she been through this and that. That's why she like this. You got to open up.
I also want to talk about In My Feelings. You mentioned being at a neighbor's house. I'm assuming that you were there often. Maybe I'm looking at this too hard, but you mentioned that you will never stay for dinner, but you take a plate home. Even though I'm totally assuming, I figured that it had something to do with pride. So I have to ask you, is there a reason you wouldn't stay and eat?
That's a home I wasn't welcome in. And that part, I'm talking about breaking into a home and taking what wasn't mine. And I did that because of what was taken from me. I think the line before that is something, I'm saying something like something that was taken from me. So in the end, I'm still taking something from me too. That's what that line was about.
I gotta go back and listen to that.
Yeah, that's what that line was about. So when you go back and listen to it, try to imagine somebody always taking from me on that first line that I say before it. And then I'm saying, and I was in their house too. And I ain't stay to kick it with them. I took what was mine and I left. Because that's not a home I was welcome in to begin with.
Right.
But I'm still going to get what's mine. That's like in life. Like this world, we ain't really welcome in this world as us, you feel me? But a lot of us still come in and take what's ours. That's how I'm coming.
Maybe I missed it when you said it, but did they take something from you?
Yeah.
Do they know that you knew that?
No.
Wow.
No, they don't know. A lot of the times,
And when you took it, they didn't know that it was you.
me, right? And still to this day. And still to this day. I recently wrote a song the other night about the same topic. And I said something like, the first person I ever robbed was my friend. But before that, I said, I never bite the hand that feed me. And then I say, the first person I ever robbed was my friend. And then I say, I guess that nigga never made me full. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I didn't take from somebody that, I never bite from the hand that give me food. But the first person I robbed was my friend because he ain't never made me full. Meaning, if had you given something to me, I probably would have never taken from you, but you're not somebody that ever gave me anything. So me taking from you wasn't, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't take it personal. I just had to get me.
Were they entitled to give you something, or because they took something from you?
It's just because they took something from me.
Gotcha.
And like I said in the beginning, like, people take that girl thing a lot for granted. And that was like one of them days, like, that was my first home invasion. Cause I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show him, like, okay, you wanna play that girl, you wanna do this, okay, I'm gonna do it back to you.
Yeah, so at this point, do you still have that get back attitude or thinking?
Nah, I think I grew up a lot. I say that because this past holidays, right before Christmas, my house was ramshacked and something was taken from me. At first, I did want to get revenge, but I started to realize, like, not to get caught up on the things I lost. So I kind of, like, pushed that get back feeling out of me and just took it as if those were things I needed to lose, maybe to replace for something better, something bigger. So I let that get back emotion go because I realized you getting back, but you never know what's gonna get back at you. And that karma sure do swing the block.
What? Ooh, every time.
That thing be swinging the block.
It's a beat, boy.
It do not. So it don't skip a house either. When it swing that block, it don't knock on your door for sure.
Yeah.
So I just stopped that get back shit. I realized that everybody gonna get to have their get back season. Cause that karma shit is real. That shit, it'll handle them worse than I could ever. You know?
You ain't even gotta get your hands back.
Yeah, you know, it's that karma shit sometimes kill them, literally.
Ooh.
Dead. DR Beats wanted to know my top 5 rappers and why. Jadakiss, Fabulous, Meek Mill, Lil Baby, and Lil Wayne. Fabulous because his style. Jadakiss because his substance. Meek Mill because of his messages. Lil Baby because of his motivation and his generosity. And Lil Wayne because his tenacity and his wordplay and his longevity. If I could become like a mutant of those 5 people in Cliché, I'm gonna be a hell of a force to be reckoned with. If I can combine those 5 people into this, what I'm trying to, it's gonna be over with. Those are 5 powerful motherfuckers in this music era. QT DVR wants to know, do you have or are you planning to have other businesses other than making music? Yeah, I already do. I have a marketing company called The Better View. And I have a food business called Big Boy Meals. And I have a clothing line called Back Bully Apparel. With the food business, I want to start a food chain. Kind of like Darden restaurants. I want to have like franchise Big Boy Meals all over. And I want to have the food trucks and all that. And for my clothing line, I want the virtual clothing stores. I want the clothing stores that look like the ones that's on Melrose with the big walls. So like, of course I want other businesses. Music is just like my engine. It's like not who I want to be forever. Like I probably want to do this for 5-6 years and pop right out. Like I don't want to get sucked into the music because it's a lot of stuff that come with it. You feel me? And some sacrifices I ain't gonna be ready to make.
Be cautious in the way you walking. You better read the room. I just bought a stick. This bitch a long branch. It could be a broom. I hope you brought your fucking dustpan, cause it could sweep the room. I heard that boy a fucking hush man. Watch who you speaking to. Say you watching me. Well, what you learning? That ain't really hurting me. They don't make me nervous. That just get me pissed off. Why you acting like my bitch, dog? That's gonna make you get pissed off. I ain't worried about your list, dog.